Now we're joined by head coach Dru Joyce and student athletes Tre Dinkins and Maximus Edwards. We're going to go right to questions for the student athletes. So if you have a question, please raise your hand and we'll get you the mic. Who would like to start? We'll go second row, middle. Please address who your question is to and say your name and affiliation.
This one's for Max. I'm Jack Morgan, DSTV. And Max, you got things going in the second half. You had 12 second half points. What kind of led to that sharp start to the second frame?
I mean, for me personally, that's just my teammates and Coach Dru and the whole staff believing in me. I know the last 4 minutes we really didn't get nothing going offensively, but I mean, it was good I was scoring, but I mean, it wasn't enough, man. It wasn't enough.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Second row, mid.
This one's to Tre. Yeah, as a total, the team had 18 turnovers. What was kind of going around that was letting St. Bonaventure get so many kind of little mistakes from you guys?
I just say, obviously, it's a big part of me, just taking care of the ball, being sound, being poised. We did get a little lackadaisical, a little bit, things in the second half, but I'm just overall proud of the effort that we brought. We played hard, guys fought, we played for one another. That's what matters at the end of the day. We're all gonna make mistakes, nobody's perfect, but I'm just proud of what we did.
Anything else? Okay, you guys are good to go. Thank you. Okay, we'll take questions for Coach. Please raise your hand. Second row.
Jack Morgan, DSTV, and Dru, just a tough loss to end the season, but kind of looking back on the first season as being head coach, just if you're able to kind of reflect on it now, I know it's pretty soon after, but just kind of final thoughts as you head into the off season.
First and foremost, haven't had any time to reflect, but here's things that I already knew, right? That my guys from day one have been willing to adjust, to learn, to buy in, to go on a journey where you don't know how it's going to turn out. You don't know how this thing is going to play out for yourself. And no team does, right? You have your aspirations, you have your goals, but meanwhile, step by step, you battle challenges, you battle adversity, and you got to figure out, is that journey worth it, right? Do you still have faith in it? And I commend each and every one on my roster and my program because they had unbelievable faith. Because there were many times, and I've been around a lot of teams and a lot of basketball. There are many times where I've seen teams fold, right? They could have quit on me after we went 0-6 and said, man, this coach doesn't know what he's doing, what he's talking about. This isn't any better than my last situation. But they rallied. They fought not only for me, but they fought for each other. Then we hit another spell where we lost 5 in a row, right? Could have did the same thing. Could have splintered, gone their separate ways, thought about themselves. But we bounced back, we rallied again. And then I look at the game today, and we were locked in, right? It's unfortunate the outcome isn't in our favor. We led for 36 minutes of the basketball game. I thought overall, in general, yeah, we made some mistakes. But as a team, as a whole, as what I wanted them to do, how I wanted them to play, they played with power, right? Because they played together. They played with energy, effort, and focus. And like I said, I've been around basketball a lot. You can play well and still lose. That's the game. That's what we love about it. That's also the unfortunate side. But for these two young men, man, they've been nothing short of amazing, because to show up every day on the bad days, the good days, when I've challenged them and told them they didn't play very well, to show up every day, to battle through those things, to be good. in the classroom, to be great on the court, to be great in the community, man. I applaud them. That's not easy. Everyone can't wear those shoes, but they decided to take on the challenge.
We'll go back row.
Tyler Cronin, 3-bid league. Coach, can you just speak about the changes that you've seen in Maximus this year? He had some 0-point games earlier in the year, and then today putting up 20 in a tournament game.
Yeah, he was stinky earlier. He wasn't very good, but I knew he was a good player. And I think the main thing is we made an adjustment, and Max has started majority of his college career, right? During his time at George Washington, he started a lot of games, and we had a conversation. I said, "Hey, I think I gotta make an adjustment." I don't think he liked it. He didn't like to hear it. We had to have a couple more conversations, but he bought in. And it wasn't an easy adjustment. There still were games where he probably felt like he should play more, and I probably felt like he shouldn't play anymore. And that's how the scenario goes. But what he did was he didn't quit on himself.
Second row on the aisle.
Still answer that one. Because I just want to give him the right praise that he deserves, because there's so many guys who quit. You guys don't always get to see it, but like I'm in the basketball world, and there's so many players and things that don't go their way or they're unhappy that just quit, right? At the very first sign, the guy didn't quit. Appreciate you.
Hunter Hensel, A-10 talk. Duquesne was ahead by 13 points with about 13 and a half minutes
Thanks
left.
for reminding us.
Yep. St. Bonaventure soon after went on a 10-point run, and so just what happened there for St. Bonaventure to make that comeback?
They played hard. They didn't give up. You got to give credit to St. Bonaventure. We weren't in a game by ourselves. They started to make some plays. I think defensively, they triggered things with their defense. If you look at the box score, there's 24 points from them off of turnovers, and I think that's where a lot of their play allowed them to find their rhythm. And then they made some key shots, right? LaJay Jones, he got some good catch and shoot threes, which were right in his wheelhouse. Now Hinton threw up a Hail Mary, but it went in, and that's how it goes sometimes. And we still had our chances. Even though they went on that run, we were still able to push back. But we fell short today. We fell short. That's just the outcome.
First row.
Hi, Nick Fernball here with Duquesne Student Television. I know this is probably not how you wanted the season to end, but is there any sort of like positives or something good you could possibly take away going in to the off season?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing as a coach, it can go two ways, right? A team can walk out on you and you lose a team, right? Or you got guys that are willing to fight for you. So I believe I have a room of guys that are willing to fight for me. We didn't lose our way. We stayed with our focus. We stayed together. So ultimately, that's a lot to take into next season. We just got to continue to grow. We have to continue to grow. Not only them, like I said, I always challenge my players to get better. I'm gonna get better myself, right? I'm not a finished product, nor do I want to be at any certain time. I just want to keep improving, and that's what we'll do. That's what we'll carry. We'll carry that momentum of trying to grow, trying to get better into the off season.
Take the last one here in the second row.
Tristan Freeman, Bustin' Brackets. Coach, I know it's undecided on whether or not Tre Dinkins will come back for another year, but if this was his last game in the uniform, can you just talk about the impact he's had on you guys in this past year?
If this was his last game, he's another guy that didn't quit. I challenged him. I didn't start Tre the first couple games. I sat his butt on the bench because I thought he was stinky too. Right? He wasn't practicing at the level that he needed to. So I wasn't going to reward him just with a starting position. He had to fight for it. I knew he was capable of being in that lineup, but I think it was more important that he made sure that he earned it, and he showed it every day. But Tre's been he's done an unbelievable job at point guard. I still think he's growing, but what I've seen from him is being able to control the pace of games. And I thought that was huge, being able to control the pace of games, and it really carried us throughout the season. And then his shot making, right? He made big plays down the stretch. Sometimes that's what you need, right? I love my plays, but they don't always work. And sometimes the players are better than my plays. And he proved time after time that he didn't need my play call, that he could figure it out on his own. And I think he's one of the best guards in the A-10. He wasn't acknowledged as that, and that's a shame. But I think he played at that level.
All right, thank you guys.